Your Honor, we're before.
I don't think I ever formally called the case. Heather called me on that one. So I don't think I got your appearances on the Arnold matter.
Well,
I'm not put on the record. Say my name.
Names first. Counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, please. Arnold, Mr. Arnold, please you name the record.
Gene Arnold.
Thank you, sir.
ARNLD.
Thank you. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, I think Mr. Arnold, this is a decision to you.
Thank you. All right. So, Mr. Meyer, raise your right hand. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Muhammad, your witness?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm going to take you back to the day of October 19th, 2024. Were you at or near the location of 45270 Sunrise Lane?
Yes, that's my residence. I was in bed.
Is that located in the township of Van Buren, County of Wayne?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Something occurred on that day at that location that brings you into court today?
Yes.
Okay, how did that happen?
All right. I working at my daughter's house and my truck was parked in the driveway with the trailer on it. I went out to go to her house and it's in 2021 F-150 Super Crew. The back part driver's window was broken and somebody had gotten into my vehicle and rummaged through my belongings. I was missing cash.
Okay, and what were you missing from that vehicle?
All right, I own some apartments and I have a coin laundry and I had in excess of $200 in mostly quarters in the truck, and that's what was taken.
Okay. And upon learning this, upon learning someone broke into your car,
I called 911. I think I was directed to Van Buren Police and they told me they were really busy and they'd be there within an hour.
okay. And can you describe the damage that was sustained by your vehicle?
All right, so the driver's passenger door, it's a Super Crew truck. It has rear doors. The rear window was shattered and all the glass everywhere. The driver's window had a big chip in it, like it was tried to, hit with something and tried to be broken, and it did not break, but the window was compromised. I had to have that replaced also.
Okay. And upon learning that, what did you do? After you learned that somebody had damaged your vehicle or my apologies, strike that. I believe you already answered that question. No further questions. Or one last question, my apologies. Did you give anybody permission? I know it's a pretty obvious answer, but I have to make sure it's clear for the record. Did you give anybody permission to break into your vehicle or to remove anything from your vehicle?
Absolutely not. And I think there was also some damage. Looks like it crawled or whatever. They went through the window and scratched it. Coming on, crawling through the window.
Okay, thank you for your testimony.
Counsel, your witness if you want to cross.
Good afternoon. What was your name? The hospital that I asked you at the beginning.
William Maida, M-I-D-A.
Maida, Mr. Maida. If at any point in time my question is confusing to you, please let me know and I'll try my best to rephrase it. Okay?
Yeah, I'm a little hard of hearing, but not.
Better? I'll slow down too. And then if at any point in time a question is confusing, let me know and I'll rephrase it.
All
Okay?
right, thank you.
Sorry.
A little too close.
I'll try to be loud. So I want to make one thing very clear. At no point in time did you see anybody break into your car.
No,
You don't know if it was one person or more than one person.
not no.
You can't even describe if that person is a male or female. Tall or short. You saw your car the last time you parked it in your daughter's driveway, correct? The last time you saw your car was when you parked it in the driveway.
That's correct. That's correct.
And the next time, and when you parked it before you walked to the home, there was something wrong with your vehicle, correct?
Yeah.
Nothing, no windows were shattered, nothing was taken, correct?
Correct.
It was at some point in time. You. And you were in your daughter's house for some point for a significant amount of time.
Pardon me?
How long were you in your daughter's house for?
In my residence, probably I don't know, 8 o'clock that night until it was like 8 o'clock in the morning when I went home.
So you didn't, so this happened overnight,
Yes,
you don't know exactly what time?
No.
And the way that you found out that your car was broken into was, like you said, when you went to go to your car in the morning and feel it's dead.
right.
No further questions.
Mr. Mohammed, any redirect?
No, sir.
Mr. Muddy, you can step down, watch your step on that ramp.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Next witness, Mr. Mohammed. Sure, yeah,
Well, we need your permission.
yeah, go.
All on this.
Judge, the second witness called Brenda O'Neill.
O'Neill? Ma'am, all the way up front. Keep coming, all the way. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today?
Yes.
Watch your step on this ramp right here. It'll trip you if you're not ready for it, and have a seat in that chair. Ma'am, settle into that chair, please. State your name and spell your last name.
Brenda O'Neill, all the capital N-E-A.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. O'Neill. I'm gonna take you back to the date of October 19th, 2024. Were you at or near the location of 45497 Lilac?
Lane, yes,
I'm sorry,
Lilac Lane,
Lilac Lane. Is that located in the township of Van Buren,
yes,
county of Wayne?
yes,
Okay, and what took you to that location? Why were you at or near that location?
that's mom.
Okay, and did something occur at that location or near that location on that day that brings you to the court today?
Yes,
Okay, how did that begin?
how did it work? So,
How did it begin? What brings you into court today? What happened at that location?
well, it was early in the morning and my,
Okay, was there a light out or was it still dark?
stuff. It was
It's dark?
early in the morning.
Okay,
And my, camera, blank camera, went off at an alarm speed, whatever. It says movement and it went off.
okay,
And I did not get up, I just looked at it and didn't go into the, normally I do, for whatever reason. I did not, look at it.
okay, and what did you do when you saw that?
Well, when I did follow my day, I remember it went off last night, so maybe look and see what they had, whatever, that's normally what I do. And that's when I saw a guy walking down our drive, towards the front door. He stopped at the door, he went towards the driveway to my car, and you actually hear the car door opening and closing. And my headset's missing.
Okay, so after watching that, did you approach the vehicle?
No. No, because again, I didn't wake up to go out when I heard it go
Yeah,
off.
after you watched the video.
Did I look at the car when it's?
At some point, did you go up to your
Yes.
vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, and what did you observe?
That nothing was missing but my headphones.
Okay, what kind of headphones were they?
They are called open moves. And they're about $150 for the magnetic ones that goes in the outside. From here to the post.
And was anything else missing? Okay, did you give anybody permission to take those headphones from your vehicle?
No,
Okay, now when you discovered those headphones were missing, what did you do?
she said my headphones is gone. I get about, I was thinking about my headphones, are gone. And I told him, I said, that's what I got to know. Because I'm on the road working, so there's a lot of stuff in my car. Driving in a lot of tools in it. But for the headphones.
Okay, one moment.
Got the jail trying to get in here?
I'm sorry?
Jail trying to get in here?
I told them. We were done on the rules and didn't, and then I came to the.
Okay,
Oh, I got you.
It's not Mr. Kelly, just wanted to talk. Sorry.
you still have that opportunity. Okay. Judge, I believe this line of questioning is gonna reflect an additional count, and I think that additional count is breaking and entering into this individual's vehicle. For some reason, I didn't anticipate this additional charge. But if the testimony is gonna reflect breaking and entering into an additional vehicle, then I would be planning to add that. I know this is very late and it's not something that is done during the exam, but it's just what happened.
Well, let's do this. Let's see if the evidence leads you there, and then if there's an objection, we'll deal with it then.
Ma'am, this vehicle that the headphones were removed from what exactly?
So it was a couple. It's a phone, it's,
Okay.
it's again, hold on. So I don't want to hold the phone on the things, so I'll take my headphones off of the neck and put them in one of them.
Okay, and was that cup holder that was inside of your vehicle?
Yes,
Can you describe your vehicle?
this is Mercedes 20. I want to say it's very Mercedes,
You know what kind of Mercedes?
GLC.
Okay, so it's an SUV?
Yes.
Okay, and did you give anybody permission to enter into that vehicle? Okay. Did you call the police?
But that's a leading, Your Honor.
It was. Rephrase.
Judge, it doesn't ask for a yes or no. It's a yes or no question, so I just don't see what. I'm asking for a yes or no. Did you call the police? It's yes or no. What's the leading?
The leading is, Your Honor, it's a leading objection as well as ask and answer. You already asked her, what did she do after she found out? She said she called her husband. So this question has two objections, ask and answer, and it is leading. Asking her an open-ended question, which is the purpose of what an open, non-leading question is the right format that you should see.
Well, let's deal with the asked and answered first.
Because I never asked the question of you contacted the police. I think that's a very straightforward question. Did you contact yes or no? Also, leading leads to if I'm inferring something. I'm not inferring that she called the police. She very well, she may say no. I don't know. That's why I asked the question. I think it's a very fair question to ask, but I'll respect towards.
Ms. Frage, any other response?
Well, the asked and answered is regarding a follow-up to what she did after she realized her headphones were gone. So my objection was still that he asked this question. She provided the answer of, I called my husband.
Except there's lots of things. In what time frame? What did you do in the first 30 seconds? What did you do in the first 30 hours? Yeah, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Ma'am, did you contact the police?
Actually, that is not contact the police, because we actually saw.
Because what?
We actually went to the police, our neighborhood is very small-ish, and upon me going out to check and be on the phone with my husband, the cops were right up there, so that's when we went approached.
Okay, and what did you do when you approached officers?
We, to discuss of course, and I explained to them what happened on my camera, my camera, and they can see it. And then I showed it, don't say anything missing, and I told them what was missing, took the information down and all, and yes, it's like about what's going on, and then they had been on their already date, so, what the phone was started, so it's, that.
Okay, and at some point, did you get your headphones back?
The police officer did ask me that I want back. Cause he showed me pictures, and I put your evidence here, he said, can I show you a picture? And I need your headphones, and I was like, oh, God, yeah. And
Okay, so the police got the headphones and provided them to you?
yes, they got me out there.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you got your stuff back. All right, no further questions.
Counsel, Cross.
Good afternoon, Ms. O'Neill. If at any point in time my question is confusing, please let me know, I'll show my history for you, okay? So I want to start with kind of where you left off. You spoke with officers, correct?
Yes,
And you said that you showed them the camera footage?
yes.
And was that something that you sent to officers?
After you requested it, yes.
So that's for camera footage.
The next meeting immediately, you can send it.
How many videos? Just the one? Now I want to go back in time to the point in which you received the blink camera notification. I think we're all guilty of getting that ringing down, right? At some point in time, not checking it right away.
Yeah, but it's, you know, normally I take lines.
But that's what happened that day, right? So when you received that notification, you didn't get off of bed and go outside. You didn't try to go see if anything happened to your car.
No, I wasn't doing that something.
You didn't look out the window to see what was going on.
My phone was totally in the house, it just, it was, it's a total, honestly, now, so I'm even going out, unprepared or,
So there's no way that you can even have a visual of what's going on. You would have to get out of your room and go to a different part of your house.
yes.
That makes sense. So you don't know. And even after reviewing, you had an opportunity to review that camera, the red camera,
She
right?
read this morning and said, yes.
And according to that video, you can't see a face, correct?
No, I did not see this.
You can, it's the video was in black and white.
It was the red, yes, because it was dark and there's no street lights out there, and my porch lights wasn't on, so it was just grayish, but.
So you couldn't see anybody's face, correct? You can't tell if that person was a male or female, correct?
No, yeah. Something on the cover and you really could see big color.
Yeah. And what you're.
I don't know if it's a female, it was dark, I just thought I couldn't see the face, it's not.
So seeing anything would have been very troublesome. It was very troublesome to see any kind of identity.
Yeah, you see him walk across my front door, so, yes.
So, your red camera picks up audio, correct?
Yes, it does.
There is, you didn't hear nobody saying anything? Nobody yelling anything? Where was your car parked?
In the driveway.
Do you typically lock it or was it unlocked?
It's unlocked.
It was unlocked, I think. Is that something that you typically do?
It was from second neighborhood.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. So there was no damage that was done to your car in order to get into it, correct? No broken windows, no scratches on your car. The only thing that was hitting you was your headphones. And you were able to get those back the same day? Okay, questions, Ernie?
Thank you. Mr. Mohammed. Any redirect?
Very, very brief.
Go ahead.
Well, you indicated that, I think the question was whether or not you could see the defendant's face. And was it obstructed by anything?
It was covered, so.
You just don't know what it was covered with.
Right.
Okay.
All I know is it's so.
Okay. Was there any other noticeable features, any items that stuck out to you?
No, the only thing that really stood out is the heaviness of his coat, because it wasn't really cold in his walk. He has a peculiar walk.
Uh-huh.
It's just a different walk.
Instead of a older person?
Whoa,
Hold on, ma'am, hold on. They gotta earn their money. There was an objection. What was the objection? Response.
She's testifying to personal knowledge, but it's just an opinion.
Let's just rephrase the question. You said you thought it was an older person. Why? Okay.
All right, no further questions.
Recross.
Very briefly. So the only thing you could notice was the person's walls.
Human involvement.
Yeah,
And I'm very sensitive.
but like you said, there was a heavy coat, right? So you can't really tell the make and build of that person, alright? And people walk differently all the time, right? Sorry, you say yes, it's sort of a yes. And again, you didn't see a person's face, right? Look at it.
Okay, ma'am, you can step down. Watch your step on that ramp, please. It will trip you. Thank you for your time. Next up, Mr. Mohammed.
People call Mr. Andrew Peterson.
Thanks, Ken.
What is the with my client?
Sir, all the way up front. Watch your step on the incline ramp over here and raise your right hand. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today. Settle in. After you settle in, state your name, spell your last.
Andrew Peterson, Peterson.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Peterson. I'm gonna take you back to the date of October 19th, 2024. Were you at the location of 11856 Harbor Lane?
Yes, sir.
Is that located in the township of Van Buren, county of Wayne?
Sir.
Did something happen on that day or near that time frame that brings you into court today?
I had received motion on my camera on my driveway early that morning and looked at it, noticed a person walking near my cars. And then they continued on to my neighbor's house.
Okay, and what do you recall seeing?
Looked like a large person, big oversized coat, had a crossbody bag on, walked past my daughter's car, observed in, appeared to potentially try to handle, walk around behind the car and continue over in front of my neighbor's house.
Okay, do you ever get to observe the individual's face?
I did not have a mask on.
He had a what on?
Mask.
Okay. I'm gonna turn your attention to the screen. Do you recognize that?
Yes, that's
How do you recognize it?
it's my driveway camera in my dog's car.
Okay.
What was the purpose of?
I just want all the issues.
No, you didn't tell me what's supposed to be. So what are you trying to do with this?
If you have any evidence. Okay, we're gonna play a short portion of it. Starting at 0 seconds. It's a 14-second clip. Now, does this video appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of what you saw on that day?
Yes,
And is that your driveway?
that is my drive.
And that's your ring cam?
Yes, sir.
And that's for that date of October 19th?
That's correct.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to introduce into evidence People's Exhibit number 1, which is this video, 14 seconds, that captures an individual at the defendant's, or at the victim's, or the witness's residence of 11856 Harbor Lane into evidence.
Ms. Frosch, that'll come in.
Thank you. And Judge, I would like to replay the video and publish it to the court again.
Go ahead.
And after you saw that, what did you do?
I immediately, I got the notification. At that moment, realized that it was the time of day it was, and it was not my child leaving. So I looked at the camera, saw the footage, saw the person, immediately got up, looked out the blinds to see if there are any vehicles in front of my home. Did not observe anything in my street, and then I exited my home to observe and see if I could see a person walking to any of my other neighbors' homes, crossing the street, that kind of thing to observe and report. But say after about 10 minutes, I never saw anybody from my driveway.
Okay, and what did you do next?
Then I throughout the day, I I checked with my neighbor to see if they had any footage, and then I observed and gave the officer my video when they were taking out the reports later that day.
Okay, and did you give anyone permission to open your vehicle?
I did not.
Is that your vehicle, that black vehicle?
That is my daughter's vehicle.
Your daughter's vehicle? Who's the owner of that vehicle?
She is the registered owner.
Okay. Do you know if she gave anyone permission?
She would not.
Objection,
She-
speculation.
It's speculative.
I disagree, but I wasn't
It's
the
okay. You get to do that.
judge. He's testifying to.
You don't get to argue with me. You can disagree, but you don't get to argue with me. I sustain the objection. Let's move on.
No further question.
Ms. Farage,
Good afternoon, Mr. Peterson. At any point in time, a question of mine is confusing, please let me know, and I'll try to answer your for you. So I kind of want to take you back to the point in time which you received a notification that there was movement outside of your home. You gotta say yes or no.
Sorry, yes.
No, you don't apologize. You said that after you received that notification, you realized that it was too late for anyone of your, for it to be anyone of your children inside, right?
Too early, yes.
Too early.
Yes.
So after you received that notification, how long before you went to the window to look through the blinds?
It was roughly 10 seconds. I was outside on my driveway at 4:08.
And what time?
That's at 4:07.
Very time of them?
Yes.
Okay, and then, like you said, you didn't see anything when you looked out the window, correct?
Correct.
Or you didn't see cars?
And it's a garbage, what I was looking for. I could already see, this was already clipped. And so I had already seen the full footage that you're seeing today. I saw the person had moved past and I knew they would not be going past my house the opposite direction.
Because you received the notification and you immediately went outside. Basically.
Yes, ma'am,
So once you went outside, you didn't see anything else?
correct.
You didn't come into contact with the person seeing the camera here?
I did not.
You can't, can you guys rewind it back to the 0 seconds for me, please? People's living number one. People exhibit whoever's running, are you in control of that?
I am.
So much. Thank you, Ryan. You don't have to play, you can just be right there. You can see that person's face.
I cannot see a person's face on.
You don't know if this was, person is a male or female, correct?
That is correct.
You don't know if this person has long hair, short hair.
That would also be correct.
You can't tell what eye color this person has. If they have facial hair. I know these are exhaustive questions, I apologize, but to make the point that you don't know who this person is at all, correct?
The only thing I know about this person is they are on my driveway in my car, it's on vision.
You don't know. This person.
I do not know that person.
And, did this video pick up audio as well?
I don't know, it would have been in the clip if it did, so
Typically, when you receive.
typically
notification,
they do, yes.
and you don't remember hearing the audio associated.
I don't recall anything.
So you never had a chance to speak with this person or come in contact with them, correct?
No, correct.
And it wasn't your car that was broken into?
That car was not broken into, that car was walked by
Walked by, correct?
and attempted out of the door, that is not my car, it was my daughter's car.
So basically, your contribution is making sure that the police had this video.
That's correct.
Did you call the police at any point in time?
Ironically, no, I did not. I don't really know why, because I know that the police called. Yeah, probably different.
Thank you for the questions.
any redirect, Mr. Mohammed?
Okay.
Sir, you can step down. Thank you for your time. Watch your step on my rant. Next witness.
Officer Chad Adam.
Officer, all the way up front, please. Raise your right hand. Swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Come on up here. Watch your step on my ramp. Settle in the chair. When you're ready, Mr. Mullen.
Thank you. Officer Adams, can you please state your full name for the record?
Officer Chad,
Officer Adam, are you currently employed?
I am
Who's your employer?
City Development Police Department,
And in what capacity are you employed at?
patrol off,
How long have you been an officer?
about 5 years.
Okay. And were you employed in that capacity as an officer for Belleville on October 19th, 2024?
I was.
Okay, and did you work that day?
I did.
Did you work that day in full uniform or modified uniform?
Full uniform,
Okay, were you operating a scout vehicle or were you on foot patrol?
scout car,
Okay, was that scout vehicle fully marked or semi-marked?
fully marked.
Okay, and at some point on that day, were you dispatched to the location of Thorn? Is it Thorn Street and Belleville? Thornhill? Okay, is that located in the city of Belleville, County of Wayne?
It is.
Okay, now why were you dispatched to that location?
We were advised that there was, an individual loading up items in the vehicle.
Okay, and while you were making that location, something that draw your attention. Did you observe something that drew your attention?
Caller advised that there was,
You don't object to hearsay?
Response.
But Judge, if being offered for the truth of the matter, then yes. But I guess I would just like to dive into just more what the purpose, what that call had, what effect it had on the officer. So can I just follow up with additional questions? I'll rephrase my question.
Rephrase the question.
Oh,
He's going to rephrase the question, counsel, so that takes the objection off the table. You want to object to the next question, we can do that. Rephrase the question.
did you initiate any stops?
Officer Adams, stop there. The objection was leading.
Correct, it is. I'll rephrase.
Go ahead.
Did something draw your attention while you were on the way to that dispatch location?
yes, a vehicle matching the description of the caller gave.
Okay, and so based off that description, is that why did you initiate a traffic stop after you observed that vehicle?
I did.
And was that stop based off of what you learned from that caller?
It was.
And I think that plays the perfect definition of an effect on the listener. The reason for the stop is based off of what he received in that call, so I think it's not being offered for the truth of the matter asserted, but the reason why the officer performed his next action, which was he pulled over the vehicle, and I think that that's what the statement goes towards. It's an effect on the listener.
Go ahead, Ms. Frosch.
Your Honor, the objection is to hearsay as well as relevance. This is the same objections I was making at the beginning of this, before we held this preliminary examination. The officer testified to receiving dispatch call that there was breaking and entering into a home. There's been no testimony from the civilian witnesses regarding breaking and entering into a home, but to vehicles. So this is exactly the issue regarding that I was making at the beginning of this case. That the reason why the officer is there in the first place is based on information related to a case and charges that Mr. Arnold is not currently up against and in this courtroom at this point in time. So my objection to relevance, my objection to hearsay still stands. He's not talking about that it was contemporaneous. He was at the station when he received the call and then he left. So this is not, the officer's testimony is not indicative of the fact that he received dispatch and then happened to see the call right away. He received a dispatch notification, was dispatched to the location, and then acted outside of that contemporaneous element that is required by effective listener.
I'm not following your argument, counsel. He was dispatched to a location, he was received an identification or a description of a vehicle, correct?
That's,
He saw what he thought was that vehicle and he stopped that vehicle to investigate, correct? Purely relevant.
well, I'm the hearsay objection, Your Honor, it's both.
It's not hearsay, it's dispatch. It happens every day, 1,000 times a day.
A statement made by a person.
You can appeal me. I love to be appealed. I've made my decision. Let's move on.
Thank you, Judge.
And how about relevance, Your Honor, regarding?
It's purely relevant. It got him in contact with this defendant. That's relevant to what we're doing today. It's relevant. Move on.
And what happened? Well, what was that description?
The description was a Honda Element, a red Honda Element with a dark blue license plate. I don't see any Honda Elements. Patrol.
Okay, and
What is a Honda Element?
It's a hatchback kind of SUV that has a bifold rear trunk.
Oh, okay.
You remember the old Ford Rangers that kind of jumps?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And do you recall what the color of that vehicle was?
Right.
And, okay. And what was the reason for that vehicle, what drew your attention to that vehicle besides being dispatched, anything else?
It was really the sole vehicle leaving a one-way in and out subdivision.
Okay, and do you pull over that vehicle?
I did
Okay, how did you initiate a stop?
overhead lights.
Okay, did you use sirens?
No.
Okay, and did that vehicle pull over?
It did.
Okay, and which side did you approach?
I approached driver's side.
Okay, and how many individuals did you observe in the vehicle?
Just
And
this one,
one, okay, where was that individual seated?
driver's seat.
Okay, the individual seated in the driver's seat, do you see him in the courtroom?
I did.
Can you please point to that individual and point out an article of clothing?
He's behind you with the red shirt.
Noted.
And did you make contact with that individual?
I did.
Okay, and how did that begin?
When I approached the vehicle, he was just holding his ID out the window. I asked what he was doing in the area. He said driving around.
Okay, and what did you do next?
I looked into the rear cargo area of the car and observed a yellow generator.
Okay, and what did you do next?
I asked him about the generator and he stated.
Your Honor, relevant to
Denied.
I asked him about the generator and he stated he found it by the sidewalk.
Okay, and what did you do next?
I requested he step out.
Why did you do that?
The dispatch had advised that the actual victim in this case was missing a generator. He described it as the yellow generator, yellow and black generator.
Okay, and is that the same generator that you observed?
It is.
Okay, now what did you do next after you stepped out of the vehicle?
I detained him,
Okay, and then did what?
placed him in the rear of my patrol vehicle and read him Miranda.
Okay, why did you do that?
Because I believe that he was the suspect in some invasion.
Okay, and what happened next?
He refused to speak to me, only asking what county he's in. When I advised it was Wayne County, he said, I'm good.
Okay, and did you conduct a search of the vehicle? Okay, what else did you observe or recover?
I recovered 2 yellow and black totes that were full to the brim with very high-end mechanics tools, Milwaukee brand power tools, yard equipment, weed whips, a generator. That was all in the rear cargo area of the vehicle. Once our inventory included the front portion, the passenger seat, I located very thick gauge cords for the generator, as well as a crossbody satchel style.
Okay, and did you observe or recover anything else?
In the front seat, there was a mask, there was a green hooded sweatshirt.
One. Your Honor, may I approach? the
Please.
Proposed exhibit number 2 and 3.
Please.
Thank you. I've handed you what's been marked as people's exhibit number 2 and people's proposed exhibit number 3. Do you recognize those?
I did.
How do you recognize them?
I recognize these as items that I located in the vehicle, as well as items I observed an individual wearing.
Okay, and those exhibits, do they appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of what you observed on that day?
There,
Do they appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
No,
Your Honor, at this time, the people would request to move into evidence, people's proposed exhibit number 2 and 3.
Ms. Farage,
Your Honor, just an objection to foundation, he hasn't asked him if he took these photos, if he was the one that put them into evidence. That which is found in the card. So these are not pictures of.
that's a fair objection. Let's build some foundation if you can.
Officer, did you take these photos? The photos?
I did not.
Okay. But these are the same these are the items that you observed. Are my goodness, are those the same items that you observed inside of the vehicle?
Confession meeting.
These are,
It was, hold on, officer. It was leading, rephrase.
What did she? The question,
It was leading though. By definition, it was leading. So rephrase the question.
the items, people propose exhibit number 2 and 3. Are those the items that you observed inside of the vehicle?
Objection.
It's yes or no, Judge.
Which makes it leading.
Yes or no does not infer answer.
I'll allow it because we got to move on. Let's go.
I observed these items in the vehicle. On the floorboard was a sweatshirt. Mixed in with the crossbody bag was the full face covering and gloves.
Solitary. So I just looked at the weather. What's that be? Hence the wind chill, precipitation, or whatever. Yes. I denied it. Because it might take him 2 hours to get here from West Bloomfield.
Thank you. I've handed you people's proposed exhibit number 4. Do you recognize that? How do you recognize it?
This is the crossbody bag that I located on the passenger.
Okay, and does that appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the item that you recovered?
It is.
Okay, and does that photo appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
No.
Judge, I believe enough foundation has been laid. This officer indicated clearly that these are the items that he's observed at the scene. I'm assuming with his own 2 eyes, and I believe enough foundation has been laid to introduce some evidence.
Ms. Farage.
Objection to the lack of foundation, you just looking at pictures saying that I've seen this before was not describing the fact that there's no chain of custody that's established. There's none of them. Like, I don't know at what point in time there's no timestamp on those photos. These photos are not taken on the scene. On the actual passenger seat, it says I have a body cam that corroborates the story. So, Your Honor, there's no proper foundation.
Do you have any idea where the photos came from?
I do not.
That's fair. I mean, Judge, I'll respect your decision.
I mean, I gotta have some idea where the photos came from.
I did not personally take these photos.
That's not what I asked you. Do you have any idea where the photos came from? Okay.
All right, no further questions. I took that back. Besides, so did you observe the crossbody bag at that scene?
I did.
Objection leading.
And he did. He answered it.
What else did you observe, if anything?
I observed a unique style crossbody bag with multiple pouches. Inside those pouches, I observed a large quantity of loose change, a pair of headphones, and a D-wall style cell phone charger.
Okay. So you observed headphones and a large amount of change?
I did.
You know approximately how much in change?
I would have no way to calculate that without sitting down and it was a large amount of change. Well, that's only a couple.
Okay.
More than, say, 50.
Your Honor, objection to speculation at this point.
That's fair though. I was gonna ask him bigger than a bread basket and that wasn't that very helpful.
Alright. And the individual that you observed with the ski mat with the mask that for a face cover, was he wearing this was he wearing that mask that you observed?
Your Honor,
At what point in time?
Objection, Your Honor, he has never testified to watching the ring camera footage.
I'm not asking about that.
Okay, which is why I asked the question. Calm down, calm down. This can be a long day for all of us if you guys just calm down. Did you see anybody wearing the mask that you found in the car?
At any point during your interaction, you observed, was the defendant wearing a ski mask, or when you approached him,
When he handed you his ID, did he have a ski mask on? Okay, let's move on.
Okay, where did you observe the ski mask?
On a ring game.
Okay, did you ever observe did you observe the ski mask in the vehicle?
I did.
Okay, where did you?
Your Honor,
That's yes or no. He's right.
about what?
Leading is that the ski mask? Let's just move on. You know, this is a probable cause hearing. Just let's move on. All right, it's probable cause. You're beating the horse way more than it needs to be beat. And you're objecting so much that you're losing any effectiveness with your objections. Let's move on. Go ahead, Ms. Wong.
Well, I believe he answered that, the defendant wasn't wearing a ski mask at that time.
That's what
And I think my question was, where did you observe that ski mask in the vehicle?
it's on the passenger seat. I heard it. Let's move on.
And where did you observe the crossbody bag?
On the passenger seat. Let's move on. You're asking
Don't bring it to
your own questions.
Good afternoon, officer or defendants?
Officer Adam, no, us.
No, I apologize. If at any point in time, the question is confusing, please let me know, I'll try to answer your for you, okay?
Okay.
I want to start with the fact that before you responded to the scene, everything you knew about the dispatch was based on what somebody else told you, correct?
That's generally how radio affects.
That's the answer to my question.
Yes.
So you were at the police station at the beginning when you received the call?
I was at the end of the question.
So you weren't on patrol in that neighborhood already when you received the dispatch, right? You yourself weren't driving in the neighborhood and saw somebody dead or something that looked suspicious and you stopped the car or you stopped the person and spoke with them, right?
Correct.
So I want to talk about the point in time. So when you received the dispatch, was it just a dispatch of the allegation that somebody called in, or was there any description that was also released?
The initial dispatch call was that a neighbor observed a man carrying person carrying items out of his neighbor's garage. He was still on the phone with dispatch, and dispatch advised that they observed him loading items into a vehicle and then the vehicle to caller gave description on that woman, dark blue license.
Okay. So you eventually make the scene, correct?
We were en route to the scene when we observed the vehicle in question.
And were you by yourself in the squad car, or were you
That's the part.
with a partner? What was your partner's name?
Corporal Matthew Van.
And when you enter the neighborhood, you say that you see one of the only other car that's leaving, is it a cul-de-sac kind of neighborhood or?
So it's a very long, straight road, with multiple cul-de-sacs on it. There's only one way in and one way out.
Okay, and then at that point in time you saw a car,
Coming towards us.
and that's when you were actually driving in the other direction, the opposite direction, correct? And then you kind of did a little U-turn and turned on your lights.
Correct. I quickly turned around, actually the lights.
And once you turned on your lights, you didn't turn on the side yourself, right?
I did not.
But that person stopped their car, right?
It is.
They didn't continue driving or whatever, right? And then once you approached the car, they your testimony that he had his license and didn't handle it, right? And that person, when you made contact with them, they weren't wearing a mask, correct?
Correct.
You can see the face. He was wearing a sweater, I believe. It was like
It's wearing, I believe it was more like a plaid shirt at that point.
a plaid shirt. And at some point in time, you say that you looked into the rear of the car and you saw what you You said to be a generator, right?
Correct.
And that's because the call that you got was for a home invasion, right?
Correct.
And before you had made that stop to speak with Mr. Arnold, Mr. United being Mr. Arnold, you didn't stop at the house that called saying that our generator's missing, somebody took it, right?
That was what was related to the dispatch. I didn't get that.
So you didn't go speak with the whatever the victim that said that their generator was.
Not up to that point.
So you don't know if that was the actual thing generator. At that point in time, you never saw a picture of what that generator was. Before you saw the generator in the back of Mr. Arnold's car.
Didn't know it was a specific generator. I just knew that it was a yellow generator. In the back of the vehicle, sorry.
That's fair. And before you stopped that vehicle and you saw the generator, you actually don't know how that generator got into the car, do you?
No,
So you weren't like following, you didn't follow that car, or you weren't, what's the word?
Counsel, he said he didn't know. Let's move on.
Okay. You asked for the person that's sitting in the driver's seat to settle, correct?
correct.
And he complied with all of your requests and demands, right?
Never asking why I didn't stop it, correct.
He didn't pull away from you and detain him and put handcuffs on him?
No.
And before making that arrest, you did not get a chance to watch the every camera footage, did you?
No,
At what point in time did you actually watch that every
approximately an hour later, I made the location of alleged being.
And the time that you stopped the car that Mr. Arnold was in, he's not, you don't see him walking around on the sidewalks of the house, trying to open car doors, do you?
No, it's driving.
He's driving, you don't see him walking.
Counsel, you're wasting time. You're wasting time. The record's been made. He's testified to all that.
I didn't observe.
He's testified. He was driving one way, the car was coming the other way, he did a traffic stop, and that's where he met Mr. Arnold. So obviously, he didn't see him walking down the street. He saw him driving a car.
I understand this.
Then move on. Move on.
So it's your testimony that you searched the car, correct?
I did.
And you searched the bags or the crossbody bag?
I searched every storage of that car.
And the thing, and like the containers, correct?
Yes.
And in that crossbody bag, that's where you say you found items that were reported missing, correct?
I'm sorry, what was that car?
That were reported missing.
In the rear portion of the car, there was a large amount of tools. And initially, what was reported missing was the generator.
So you had no idea about headphones or change that had been.
No.
I'm gonna object, Judge, how's that relevant?
What's the relevance?
The charge that he's charged with is recording the headphone. And
Well, it's relevant that they were in his possession, but it's not relevant whether or not he was looking for them when he stopped and went through the car. How's that relevant?
same fact and circumstance that provided him the problem of that was necessary stuff. Mr. Arnold is not even the charges that Mr. Arnold is brought against for today, but he had an opportunity.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Counsel, he could have been dispatched to a shooting in progress and stopped a car that matched the description and found contraband that had nothing to do with the shooting. That's not relevant. They can't only arrest people for the charge they're going to investigate. Move on.
There's no identifying information related to Mr. Arnold that he found in that bag that he searched, correct?
No.
No further questions.
Anything else?
Not-
Smart move. You can step down, officer. Thank you. Do the people have any other witnesses today?
Judge, the only other witness would be, in regards to Officer Berry, who can essentially testify. As an offer of proof would be him testifying as to the photos that he took of the.
If you want to make another stab to get him in, you better lay some more foundation.
I understand. Yep, we'll call Officer Berry then. And it'll be very brief, Judge.
Officer, come on up. Raise your right hand, swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today.
I do.
Come on up, watch your step on my ramp, settle in the chair. Proceed, Mr. Muhammad.
Officer Barry, can you just state your full name for the record?
Yeah, Ryan Berry.
Officer Barry, are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
What's the employer?
Van Buren Township Police,
And what capacity are you employed there?
police officer, day shift.
Okay, were you employed in that capacity as a police officer on October 19th, 2024?
Yes, I will.
Okay, and you worked that day by yourself or the department?
By myself.
Okay, did your duties on that day at some point take you to the Belleville Police Department?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and while you were at that location, what did you do?
I was investigating a larceny from auto complaint. And I understand that they had some property that was recovered from a vehicle where someone was taken into custody. So I wanted to review what property had been taken.
Okay,
And not turned over already to victims.
okay, and was one of those locations that you were investigating 45270 Sunrise
Yes,
in Van Buren Township?
correct.
And do you recall what the items were that you took photos of?
Yeah, there was well, there was a handful, there was a lot of change from Mr. Minor's vehicle. Rough estimate, anywhere from $20 to $50 in quarters, mixed change. He also had 2 phone chargers. They were DeWalt phone chargers. I don't think it was red. I'm sorry, black and yellow phone chargers.
Were there additional items that you took photos of?
From Mr. Midas' house.
No, at the Belleville.
Oh, yeah. I took some photos of a digital camouflage bag, and a pair of headphones.
Thank you.
Wasn't reviewed lately.
I've handed you what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's start with number 2. Do you recognize it?
I do,
How do you recognize it?
photograph this,
You what?
photographed it,
Okay.
yeah,
And does that appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the items that you took photo of?
yes,
Does it appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no,
Okay, Judge, the people would move into evidence, proposed exhibit number 2.
Ms. Faraj. That'll come in.
And what is it exactly?
it looks like a hat or a sea mask and a pair of gloves.
Okay, Judge, I'd like to publish the report.
Sure.
And how about, people's proposed exhibit number 3, do you recognize it?
It was a sweatshirt that I found on the property,
Okay, and did you take that photo of what property?
of the property that I photographed at Belleville City Police.
Okay, and, is that a fair and accurate depiction?
Yes,
Does it appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no,
Okay, the people would move into evidence, people's proposed exhibit number 3.
Ms. Faraj. Thank you. That'll
I'd
come in.
like to draw your attention to people's proposed exhibit number 4. Do you recognize it?
I do.
How do you recognize it?
It was a single strap backpack that was also in the evidence area at Belleville City Police Department.
Okay, and is that a photo that you took?
Yes,
Does it appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no,
Is it a fair and accurate representation of the bag that you took photo of?
yes,
Okay. Judge, people would move into evidence, people's proposed exhibit number 4.
Ms. Faraj.
Objection.
That'll come in.
And then the last one, sir, I'd like to draw your attention to people's proposed exhibit number 5. Do you recognize it?
I do.
And how do you recognize it?
I took this photograph at Bella City Police Department.
And what is it?
Pair of headphones, nail clipper, looks like a marijuana grinders.
Okay, and does that photo appear to be a fair and accurate depiction of the photo you took?
Yes,
Okay, does it appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
no.
Okay, Judge, the people would move into evidence, people's proposed exhibit number 5.
Ms. Farage. Thank you.
I'd request the public.
You're welcome.
So,
Counsel, cross.
Good afternoon, Officer Barry.
Yes, ma'am.
And at any point in time, I should use the real knowledge of left your grade.
Okay.
So. You just, how did you come in contact with the evidence?
Earlier that morning, well, I'll start from the beginning. Belleville City Police is dispatched through our dispatch on the same radio channel. Earlier that morning while I was in roll call, I understand that they were sent on a home invasion within their jurisdiction. Where they had taken a male into custody and located a lot of stolen property. So when I started to get the call for the larceny from auto from Mr. Midas' house, I didn't exactly know at that point that this could be connected. But I started to work to see if I could find any suspect information or any cameras, and I did an area canvas.
And were you able to locate any cameras?
I got a camera from Mr. Peterson's home, some video clips that he provided me. And then Miss O'Neill, later in the day, while I was doing an area canvas in the neighborhood, I was notified by Lieutenant Abdullah that she had also been a victim of a larceny from auto, either that night or the earlier that morning. So when I made contact with her, I was able to get some video clip from her as well.
Okay, that's great. So speaking about Miss O'Neill, you had a chance to speak with her, correct?
Yes,
And she was able to describe to you what she believed was taken out of her vehicle.
you're right.
And is, your honor, if I.
No,
Thank you.
whatever one you need.
Permission to approach the witness, yeah?
Sure.
I'm showing you what has been identified as people's exhibit 5. It's your testimony today that you took that photo, correct?
Mhm.
And when you spoke with Ms. O'Neill, she had an opportunity to describe the headphones that she lost, right?
Correct.
She described them as the ones that are being like over the head.
Yes,
Those are not really,
those
those are not those headphones, correct?
correct.
Thank you, Your Honor. He said that these are not the headphones that were described.
I got you.
Now, have you, I know that, Belleville and Van Buren Township work together, correct?
Correct.
So were you involved with the arrest or detainment or search of Mr. Arnold's personal property?
No,
So at what point in time did you have possession of whatever was collected off of Mr. Arnold and to have an opportunity to photograph?
I'm sorry, say it again. When I had possession of it?
Yeah, so those photos weren't taken on the scene, were they?
No, that was at the Belleville City Police Department.
Okay,
Yeah.
so did like all the evidence come in like a box and you just kind of like put them on?
No, Belleville City Police stores all their property, in their Sally Port, in a gated area in Sally Port. Thinking that this may be connected down the road, or if I were able to get some additional, victims, I went to their station and photographed that in the station.
Okay, so before you had, did the photographs, did you have an opportunity to review any of the camera footage associated with any of the break-ins in the area?
I saw, no, I did not, no video camera.
So is all you know, so you're just looking photos of the whole time?
As part of my investigation.
Mr. Mohammed, any further questions for this officer?
So can I see those exhibits? I'm sorry?
There's no question that's been asked, so I have to.
Yeah, ask a question.
So people's proposed exhibit number 5, whose headphones are those?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, did you learn whether or not, did you provide the victim with her headphones?
I did.
Okay, can you describe those headphones?
Yeah, they're the,
Hold on, just clarification. Describe the ones that you gave back to Miss O'Neill.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. They're one-piece headphones. They're the ones that wrap around your neck and have that band that holds on. And then the headphones go in your ear, like for people who are working out, not the earbud type headphones.
Okay, did you take a photo of those headphones?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you get those headphones from, the ones that you recovered and provided to the victim?
In the evidence box that they had in the Sally Port of Belleville City Police Department.
Okay. And did you provide those photos, what did you do with those photos that you took a photo
I
of?
uploaded those to the evidence server along with my case report.
Understood. It's not really here, it's not fun. And where, you got this from Belleville Police Department,
Yes,
in relation to this case?
yes, from the property from the person that Belleville Police had custody.
Understood.
Yes.
And no further questions.
Ms. Faraj. Okay, thank you. Officer Barry, you can step down.
Thank you.
So I got it. I've been thinking about it.
What's
I'll
that?
call it Connie. Were you hunting a swamp?
What's that?
Were you hunting a swamp? Had to be.
But, no further witnesses.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Faraj, any witnesses or are we ready for argument?
No one is on behalf of the.
I'm ready for argument.
We'll move for a bind over, whether or not that photo number 5 doesn't change anything. The fact of the matter is the officer indicated that he recovered headphones and provided them to the witness, and she indicated, clearly details of what those headphones were. So I just want to get ahead of that. I understand there must have been other headphones that were recovered. And it's just, those are introduced into evidence is what we have. I'm gonna reserve my argument.
That's fine.
Just wanted to get ahead of that.
Ms. Faraj.
Your Honor, we ask that the court not bind over Mr. Arnold on the charges. According, first part of my argument, according to Michigan Court Rules, Criminal Procedure 6.110, the preliminary examination subsection probable cause, it requires that the prosecution, even in a probable cause standard, must prove that not only that an offense was committed, but that it was defined. Mr. Arnold was the person that committed this offense.
No, that's not true, counsel. Not true. They don't have to prove that he was the person that committed it. That's trial.
Court finds probable cause to believe that the defendant has committed an offense found by the district court and must proceed.
Probable cause. You said the people have to prove that he did it. And I said, that's for trial. And we'll talk off the record, but it's offensive to me that you're going to stand there and tell me how to do probable cause hearings after 26 years on the bench. So I don't need you to explain what my job is today. You can make the arguments about how he didn't meet his burden, but please don't stand there and tell me how to do a PC. So move on.
I had not meant no offense to the court when I was.
Oh, I didn't think you meant it, but I found it. I don't think you meant to offend me.
Okay, so.
I'm just telling you that it is offensive. So just move on.
There has been no testimony today of eyewitness identification. All of the 4 witnesses that have testified here today by the prosecution state that it was in fact the person on the ring camera video footage was the person that's sitting here before the gate with this for the court as Mr. Arnold. In fact, the first 3 civilian witnesses testified to not seeing the person's face. Mr. Arnold was able to see one of the exhibits that was admitted by the government to prove that the person's face was in fact covered.
Counsel, take your time.
Moving on to the criminal jury instructions of breaking and entering. Again, Your Honor, this is a specific intent of crime according to the criminal jury instructions. There has been no specific intent that has been shown or demonstrated by any of the prosecution's witnesses as well as the exhibit to show that it was Mr. Arnold's intent to take the things that were described by the people whose homes or cars were broken into. Again, nobody saw his face, nobody came in contact with the person. At the time the officers made an arrest of Mr. Arnold, he was nowhere near one of the cars or the homes that were listed as the incident locations. Nobody testified to hearing his voice. There was none of the evidence that that the officers testified to finding in the car that Mr. Arnold was driving can tell us exactly how those items had ended up in those cars. They weren't following Mr. Arnold, they weren't surveilling him, they just made a turn, stopped him. None of those things were found on Mr. Arnold's person, he was searched. There was no testimony today to suggest that Mr. Arnold was caught with ski mask on, with the jacket on, with the duffel bag across his chest as depicted by the video discovery that was introduced by the prosecution. And Your Honor, we asked the court not binding over Mr. Arnold due to the prosecution's inability of proving the identity of the person or the charged offense.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Mahoney.
Judge, as this court is very well aware, all we have to show is a question of fact for the trier of fact. I believe the testimony does reflect that. We're not here arguing guilt, we're here just arguing whether or not there's a question of fact. And, you know, the defendant was pulled over and he had in his possession a mask which was referenced.
Mr. Mohammed.
I understand.
I might have given you the impression that I fell asleep up here today, but I didn't.
I understand.
So I've been listening.
I understand. And Judge, I would just argue that there's a question of fact for the trier of fact, and I think all the factors that were listed already on the record, in the totality of the circumstances reflect probable cause. Move for a binding over, as hard.
Thank you. Thank you both. I agree, it's a probable cause standard. I believe that it has been met by the people. I will bind over. AOI date is going to be December 4 at 9 a.m. Bond will be continued. We'll get Mr. Arnold a paper notice to that effect. We don't do that anymore. I keep forgetting.
Thank you.
I wish you luck downtown, Mr. Arnold. Ms. Farage, come on up. Come on up. Mr. Jones, are you ready?
Yeah.
You figured what?
3 years.
It's all part of it. She's no longer.
No, this is my first.
Yeah. So, and you won't go. You are figured out Jenny's in front of it. They've all got different styles. Pay attention. I'm catching that. It's probable cause. Don't read the damage. Yes, it's only bad. I'll dismiss the case. This was kind of a no-brainer for me. I mean,
I'm just trying to.
I just wanted to. Yeah, my mind. Because one of my it's kind of brain trauma. And I just want you to hear that.
Well, you saw why I feel I didn't like this tell.
A lot of patients, a lot of repetition, especially more than you. Yeah, you heard from I'm not managing.
No, I am.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Why not?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. What do you got, Miss Mandernack?
Judge, we have Randy Callis.
Talus? What are we doing?
That is a good question.
Okay.
We need your infinite wisdom to help us.
Punt.
Judge, parts is a
Okay. Parts?
ready as well, the defendant and the president.
That's correct, Your Honor. Who's? I'll add the rest of the story later, but
Okay, so hold on, let's get the file. People versus Ryan Parks appearances.
Hey, good afternoon, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defendant Service by John. 151. On behalf of Ms. Ryan Parks.
Right. We're bringing her out in just a minute.
Thank you.
You want to wait until she's out here to say anything more?
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Fleet and.
Okay.
Regarding, potential sentencing. Thank you.
So this is gonna be basically 3 misdemeanors instead of 3 felonies.
Oh my God.
Ryan.
Ryan,
He stepped out.
Ryan,
Ryan, no.
I'll yell at him when he comes in here. I don't even know. I'm like, damn young kids.
So I could state
Go ahead,
them
go ahead.
poorly.
All right. So what, there's a sentencing recommendation. What's going on?
no, yeah, that's the question. Is it they're giving 3 misdemeanors, attempted joyriding, to use instead of possession.
Mhm.
My question, so by way of background, she is currently serving 1 year in the county jail for an Oakland County fleeing and eluding and receiving concealing.
Okay.
Her discharge date or release date is May of 2025. My only question, this comes with a spree of other incidents related to heroin addiction. And so she's more than willing to do probation. Can is the court able to indicate whether it would give no more than like 6 months in the county jail as part of this disposition so that it doesn't
Like jail at all.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather have her in treatment programs.
Yeah, and that's what she wants.
How do we
Can't get out until May.
I'll see some of those.
So she won't get out until May, but she can
I'll
keep
schedule
programs
sentencing in May.
in May. Okay. That's fine.
I defer.
You don't care when I sentence.
I defer to you. You know
No,
more.
I'd rather get her out of, where's she at?
She's she's here, but
No, I mean-
she's serving for Oakland County.
I'd rather get her out of, get that done and come in here and let's get her in a treatment program. That'll give you a lot of time to figure a program out.
Fine. Yeah, that works. Perfect.
All right, People versus Parks appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mohammed I'm at people P86771.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defendant Service by Jonathan Cohen, D 86151, appearing on behalf of Ms. Ryan Parks. Present in custody. Can you figure it
Brian Burns.
Thank you. All right, guys, put the deal on the record.
So Judge, my understanding based off of my discussions with the OIC and the officers involved is they approved the plea in this case, which is reducing the both possession counts to use and the receiving concealing would be reduced to joyriding attempt.
Attempt joyriding, right? Correct, counsel?
That's correct, Your Honor. I mean, that's our understanding that each of those would be a 1 year maximum in 2 years.
All right, Ms. Parks, do you understand your rights and options after discussing those with counsel? You understand the possible penalty for these 3 charges? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today to the added charges? Counsel, would you voir dire and get me the facts I need for a November 21, 23 incident date?
Yes, November 21, 2023, Ms. Parks, were you? Grab my.
What do you want to know? Location? Van Buren Township.
Yeah, were you located at approximately 10-915 Belleville in Van Buren Township? Were you in possession of a vehicle at that time? Did that vehicle belong to you? Did you take that vehicle without authority from the owner?
Yes.
But did you intend to return the vehicle?
Yeah.
Did you also use on that date time, fentanyl? Did you also use cocaine?
Gentlemen, you satisfied? So am I. I'll dismiss the original counts 1, 2, and 3. So do you have an actual out date from Oakland yet? May 5th? Are you in any kind of a treatment program now there? All right. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I've accepted your plea on these charges. I'm just making a note in the file. We're going to sentence you after May 5. So keep in contact with him. If you get out early or something like that, Get a hold of him. He'll get you in here so I can sentence you. He's going to work on a treatment program because I want you in treatment. I don't want to put you in jail again. I want you in treatment. All right. So in the meantime, I'll put you on a personal bond on these. So that means if they release you and you don't come in here, now you violated my bond. Understood? Or if you get into new charges after you get out of there. So raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you screw up on bond? Counsel, is that all clear enough?
It is, Judge. I was gonna ask the court to keep her on and have fun, so she'd be accruing credits concurrent, but I understand the court.
I don't want her to.
I understand.
Because if I'm going to send her to treatment, I want to hammer over your head to make sure you're going to treatment.
Understood, Judge.
Normally I'm pretty good about that stuff. The other thing is we've got a file here that you owe us money on from 2015. I'm closing that and giving you some Oakland County jail time credit. Just close it out.
Thank you.
All right. I'm giving you a lot of grace today. So seriously, if they cut you out early, get in here so we can get you into a program. All right. Good luck. Ready on Talus?
Yes,
Oh, Heather.
Yeah, thank you.
Appearances for Talus, please.
for the people, P8408.
So these questions.
Good afternoon, Mr. Talus. You can have a seat. What do we got?
Judge, we have discussed this at length, and as I previously indicated, we have some preliminary matters that we need to.
What are they?
So, Your Honor, I guess some things, but first is that, I have requested of the people, to provide what text or what I would call a statement that was made by the complainant, about this case. I believe it's a signed statement, it's a signed written statement, and I believe it to be potentially exculpatory and also certainly useful for impeachment. It's my understanding that the people the people as a whole are refusing to do that. So that's the first issue, right?
Well, let's take them one at a time.
It's kind of tied together. I am also asking the court to consider adjourning this matter because it's my understanding that either way the people intend to proceed via hearsay, via the domestic violence hearsay rule. I did not anticipate that in any way in this case, and I would ask the court, in addition with the issue of the statement, I would ask the court to consider a brief adjournment of the matter. There are some issues that, as we move forward, I would like to address as it relates to bond, as it relates to that as well.
All right. Why would you not want him to have the statement?
Judge, maybe approach,
Well, better question. Why would he not be entitled to the statement?
Judge, maybe approach,
Sure.
and then we'll make a record of conversation.
Oh, 1,000. Go around.
Yeah.
Okay. Just fire.
I think this language right here, she talks about the role, it just says. So I'm gonna order her to stay in.
State judge. And can I request a protective order for it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so we're back on the record with the Tallis matter. I have reviewed the report in question. And I do believe it's something that defense should be entitled to, and I will order release to Mr. Bickert with a protective order. So it's for Mr. Bickert's eyes and Mr. Tallis's eyes only. Agreed?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Any more clarification necessary?
No, Your Honor.
Not as to that issue.
All right. Now, as to the adjournment.
As to the adjournment, Your Honor, I'm asking the court to consider an adjournment. I was not aware of this statement, so today.
That's problematic.
Asking the court to consider a brief adjournment and prepare for the exam.
I have no objection.
I do. I hate adjournments. December 23, December 30, or January 8.
I asked for the soonest possible day, Your Honor, which leads kind of into the next.
That's December 23. What time, Heather? 1 o'clock, December 23.
That's fine.
I'm sorry, December 23rd,
Yep,
which is a Monday?
yep. Unless you want to be here on 25th, which my family would not appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm, that's why hesitation, Your Honor, I think my family might appreciate the 23rd. But I will take
It's your option, 23rd or 30th.
Go from there, figure it out.
All right, so we're going to talk bond next.
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe the bond is 20,000 personal. Cannot return to the Houston address, no contact with Erica Buchanan, and no alcohol or drugs. Are we all on the same page with what the current conditions are?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, we're not asking for, a change in any of those numbers or anything. What the situation is, and I apologize, Your Honor, no. Mr. Tallis is not at his home because of the no contact. It is my understanding, maybe there's some car operation that is that, this is kind of a difficult situation, but there's another person, there's a break-in, in essence, or at least a destruction of property.
I wouldn't say break-in. I think
That's
the
fine.
allegation was brick was possibly over.
Okay,
And that's why I was changing, or possibly a malicious destruction situation. Either way, a window was broken out at my client's home. I don't know who it was, the client doesn't know who it was there, et cetera, et cetera. He has no contact, his children at the home. Brick was, at least my understanding,
get to the ask.
I'm sorry. And I know it's a difficult situation, but my client is asking me if there's any possible way that he could return home. I understand that is a huge request in a case like this, however,
Let me stop you right there. Is Miss Buchanan here?
she's not, I don't believe so.
The only way I consider is if I could talk to her. That's the only way I'll consider. I'll make myself available. We'll try to do something on Zoom if we need to. After I'm sure she's talked to the victim advocate and she tells me that she wants him to be able to come home, then I'll consider changing the bond.
What would be the best way for me to get that hurt?
Talk to Heather.
Understood. Thank you.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Goodbye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. Did we have the time for the exam on the 23rd?
1 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right.
People are running on Stanley.
I'm sorry, Stanley?
Yes.
All right. Appearances, please.
Mohammed and He
Oh, hold on. That's Mr. Bickerts. Go, that's all right.
Good. Yes.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Sorry about this.
Appearance on Stanley.
You have Mr. Stan. Should be in your Zoom room.
No, he should be here. It's a live exam.
Fair enough. That's absolutely true, Your Honor.
He's not
And
there.
he called me. He called me and I apologize, Your Honor, but he was the one that was literally just sending that ID to.
Okay.
He called, indicated that he thought he was supposed to be on Zoom. I know how that part works. I indicated that it's not.
Hold on. I got to cut you off. Was that 2 hours ago that somebody told him he was supposed to be here live? Because you and I had this conversation earlier today.
1:30.
Yeah.
1:30. It's 3:20 and he lives in Romulus. He could have literally walked there by now.
We discussed that, because I asked, I said, it doesn't sound like with that, because he said, look, I have no right, I have no right, I have no right. I said, sir, where are you at? I couldn't leave. Or as I may have actually been talking. It sounded like he was too far to walk, but again, I understand what the court is saying.
Too far for a lazy ass to walk.
I understand what the court is saying. I did ask Mr. Stanley to stay, to kind of stay put and stay by the phone, because at the time, Your Honor, and I will admit this was an hour ago, but there was an ongoing exam. I couldn't ask the court, and I couldn't ask Mr. Muhammad, and so I just told.
This ain't on you, Mr.
I understand that, so I told him to hang tight. So that's
You
where we're
need to
at.
do that.
That's
So you can tell him I'm issuing a bench warrant today.
that's where we're at. And that's that, Your Honor. Can I walk Mr. Stanley in?
Sure.
Do we need to do that on an exam day, or can that be any?
Any day he wants to get the warrant off his back,
Oh,
because there's a warrant on his back.
I anticipate that the court will see Mr. Stanley very, very soon.
Good, because I've got a few things I'd like to share with him.
Understood. So with that being said, Your Honor.
Have a nice day. You can tell him it's a 10,000 cash. Are you ready, Mr. Jones?
Of course, Judge.
Who's prosecuting? Is that you, Disney? Are you ready?
Most popular guy in Romulus for you.
Today he was. All right, gentlemen, your appearance for the people versus David Disney.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, Muhammad on behalf of the people, PH 6771.
I'm sure, let me wish a wonderful afternoon to you and your unparalleled staff, as well as my brother. My name is Jonathan Jones, 5960. I represent Mr. Disney, and we are ready to have a preliminary examination. Obviously, I have no objection to the OIC, hanging out, testifying, or whatever makes him comfortable on this.
Okay.
Maybe fall after him.
Judge, is a preliminary matter of requesting mutual order of sequestration.
Granted, sir, you can have a seat. How's it going? Excellent. Can we get going, guys?
I have a stipulation with defense counsel.
Love stipulations. Go ahead. I said love stipulations. Go ahead.
We stipulated it's late.
To the defendant's prior conviction, specifically the 2023 delivery charge.
Okay,
He's right. I did tell him I would do that.
thank you. Anything else?
First witness is Officer Casno.
Did you catch that, Ken?
Casno? Yes. Thank you.
Do they call him Casanova?
He did in his younger days. He was really insane. How did you get what you did?
No, it's in there.
Officer, come on up front. Raise your right hand as you're walking up here. Swear, affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today. Watch your step on my ramp right here and settle yourself in that chair. After you're settled in, state your name, spell your last name for Heather, please.
Kyle Hasno, spelled AYLEKOSENOW.
Say it again.
Kyle Hasno,
Casno?
Hasno.
Casno. Like Cas, no. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Officer Casno. Are you currently?
Casno.
Casno, my apologies. Officer Casno, are you currently employed?
Yes.
Who is your employer?
In your township, police department,
Okay, and in what capacity are you employed there?
police officer.
Okay, and were you employed in that capacity on September 17th, 2024?
Yes,
Okay, did you work that date?
yes.
Did you work that date by yourself or with a partner?
I was with myself in the vehicle, but I had other officers.
Okay, and on that day of September 17th, 2024, did your duty taken at or near the location of 44911 Ecorse Road?
Yes,
Okay, is that located in the city of Van Buren Township,
yes,
County of Wayne?
yes.
Okay, and what took you to that location?
Dispatch call for a domestic violence complaint.
Okay, And what did you do when you made that location?
As I was approaching the location, I was met with victims. When I stepped on my vehicle, I spoke with them.
Okay, and do you recall what the name of the victims were?
Yes, Benny and Michelle.
Okay. And do you recall, did you learn as part of your investigation why they were at that location?
Yes, they're residents of the location.
Okay, and did you locate a defendant shortly after at that location? And did you learn what that individual's reason for being at that location was?
That's what I was at the location.
Okay, and you have a discussion with Michelle Disney and Benny Disney?
Correct.
Okay, and what was the discussion with Michelle?
Chair should hearsay if he's asking for it, shall say.
And Judge, pursuant to the rules of 768.27C, I'm using the DB exception, which will let an officer testify to hearsay statements when the case stems out of a domestic violence case.
Mr. Jones.
We just want the record to reflect.
That's, you don't have to jump, Mr. Jones.
I just want the record to reflect that the two complaining witnesses were subpoenaed here last week as well, chose not to show up. Can we stipulate that?
Correct, I will agree, Judge.
And with that, I accept what I anticipate will be your ruling on the issue, because I know not to argue with you when you rule on such issues.
Thank you, and I will allow it.
Thank you. And what was that discussion with Michelle?
She advised me that she was hit in the face by her son.
Okay, so how did that begin? What did she tell you from the beginning?
So when I pulled up on scene, there was blood coming from their face, both of them. I asked them where they came from. They said that they were struck in the face. She advised me that she was struck approximately 4 times. Then Benny advised me she was struck in the face approximately 1 time.
Okay, did she
Just so the record's clean, if we can make a record, I object to what Benny said. They say you're lying.
Well, Judge, again, it's pursuant to the DB exception, 768.27C.
And I'll allow it.
Stipulation that Benny was
Yep.
supposed to be here today, and last week, and he's not, is it correct?
Correct, the victims were both subpoenaed to appear here today and have both failed to appear. But their statements to the police officer would be coming in through 76.
And I'll allow it. And I'll also let Mr. Jones make his record.
Understood.
Okay, go ahead.
And did the discussion with the victim, Michelle, did you learn how this began?
Yeah, it began, they were woken up, from their son, wrecking a shotgun in their kitchen.
Did you learn where they were?
They were in their bedroom.
I'm sorry. They being Benny and Michelle?
Benny and Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Judge. For your time. Okay, and what happened?
They stated, Benny and Michelle stated to me, that their son David entered the room, turned on the lights, they began arguing. After they began arguing, he pulled the blankets and the pillow away from Michelle. After this proceeded, David entered and pushed Michelle onto the ground. After pushing Michelle onto the ground, David got on top of Michelle and put his forearm to her neck area, where she stated to me that she was having difficulty breathing.
Okay, now, do you recall did she ever advise you what initially woke her up?
She advised to me that the wrecking of the shotgun was what initially woke her up.
Okay, and then was it shortly after that, is that when the defendant entered the room, turned on the lights?
Correct.
Okay, and
Well, Judge, I'm gonna object to that because I presume the officer wasn't there. So he probably has no personal knowledge. Alternatively, if he were asked, then you would continue to allow the exception to hearsay, we're in a different place, but I gotta try and keep it on the same line.
Yeah, let's make sure that at this point he's testifying as to what he was told by Michelle.
okay, correct. Did Michelle tell you what woke her up?
She did.
What did she tell you woke her up?
Michelle told me that the shotgun being wrapped was what woke her up.
Okay, and did she tell you how she felt when she was being was she being choked? Is that what you said? The forearm was at her neck? Is that what she told you?
Correct.
Okay, did she tell you whether or not she passed out?
She just said that she did not lose consciousness.
Okay, did she tell you how long it was the forum was at her neck?
I do not recall.
Okay, did she tell you whether or not she had trouble breathing?
She did mention that she had
What did she say exactly?
That she had trouble breathing.
Okay,
I heard that one.
okay, and what else did she tell you, if anything?
Michelle mentioned, what happened after that with Benny grabbing stick. And then
Okay.
he struck David in the head, approximately 7 to 8 times.
Okay, and did Benny tell you why he struck the defendant?
Benny mentioned that he was trying to get David off of Michelle.
Okay, and did Benny or Michelle tell you of any statements that the defendant made during this interaction?
Benny and Michelle mentioned that, David was stating that he's gonna hurt them, harm them, kill them.
Okay. Did Benny or Michelle ever tell you how they felt during this interaction?
Yes, Benny and Michelle both mentioned that they were feared for their life.
And did you observe the victims at this location?
Yes.
Okay.
Let the record reflect, he showed me the pictures that he wants to admit into evidence.
Thank you. Almost consult their witnesses on this.
Sure, make that 3 pictures.
Thank you. Wipe that smile off your face. Mohammed, wipe that smile off your face.
I'm sorry?
Wipe that smile off your face.
Oh, yeah, it's hard. Author, I've handed you what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize it?
Yes.
Okay, now how do you recognize that?
I recognize the, title to Benny's head.
Okay, and who is, okay, so who is that in the People's Proposed Exhibit number 1?
That's Benny, Disney.
Okay, and how do you recognize them? Okay, and was that how he appeared at the scene?
Correct.
Okay, and to the best of your recollection, does that appear to be a fair and accurate representation of the individual Benny, that the victim that you observed on the scene?
Correct.
Okay, does that photo appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
No.
Judge, I'll move into evidence, proposed exhibit number 1.
I'll stipulate to it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That goes to the other 2 as well, whichever.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Judge, I'd like
from watching you.
Judge, I'd like to publish to the court.
Thank you.
Okay, and you learned anything else from what the victims told you?
Benny and Michelle both mentioned to me, that after Benny had struck him in the head, that Benny grabbed him up while on the ground, like a bear hug. And then that's when David calmed down, and then all 3 of them proceeded outside onto the porch. That's when David, became upset again. That's when Benny and Michelle mentioned that David punched Benny in the nose, the Bridger's nose 1 time. And then David punched Michelle in her head 4 times, approximately 4 times.
Okay. And when you made this, were you able to locate a suspect? Okay, that individual that you observed at that location, do you see him in the courtroom today? Can you please point to that individual and point out an article of clothing?
The record can reflect he's identified my client.
Thank you.
Okay, and what did you do when you observed the suspect at that location?
Me and my fellow officer, Officer McGregor, called him to us, which we first asked him to lay on the ground and put his hands to the side. He did not comply to that, but he did walk over to us, and that's when we took him into custody.
Okay. No further questions.
Mr. Jones.
Thank you. How are you?
Good, sir, how are you?
Just living the dream thing. So I have a couple of questions for you. Sorry, why don't you describe, let's start with this, why don't you describe for Judge Oakley what my client looked like when he encountered me?
So I noticed that he had multiple injuries to his head. We observed him to be very bloody, from the top of his head to the back of his head.
Okay, I sent you an email of some pictures, correct?
Correct,
And you had an opportunity to review them,
correct.
and I trust you shared them with Borough Council.
I did not provide him that.
Not that office. But he'll testify later. Anyway, so you saw the pictures, right?
Correct,
And in these pictures, my client's head was stapled shut, right?
correct,
He had received in excess of 8 staples to his head as a result of Benny's, whatever it is that Benny did.
correct.
Okay. Now, is it a fair statement that 2 wrongs don't make a right?
Yes,
Okay, is it also a fair statement that what you observed in the damage to my client violently exceeded what happened to either one of his parents?
possibly.
Possibly. Did any of them require medical attention?
They both denied medical treatment.
I see. Did any of them require stitching or stapling, as you know?
Not to my awareness.
Okay. What about my client? Did he receive medical attention?
He did.
And a fair statement that you were involved in him receiving it?
I was on the scene for it, but I was not involved with providing the aid.
Alright, well, I can do it a different way. Did you take my client into custody?
Correct.
Is it your understanding that while he remained in the custody of your police department, he was taken for medical treatment?
Correct.
Do you have any reason to believe that that was anything but absolutely and immediately necessary?
No, it's necessary.
Now, did you go into the home?
I did.
Did you see the shotgun?
Correct, yes, I did.
Where was it?
It was in the living room.
Who was holding it?
Nobody was holding it, I was lying there.
Where were the 3 individuals who allegedly were involved in this incident?
When I arrived, all 3 were outside.
Was it communicated to you that they were afraid of being shot? They being, sorry, Judge.
Thank you.
They being Benny and Michelle.
They did not mention being shot.
Oh, they were afraid of being shot?
They mentioned being in fear for their life, but they did not specifically say being shot.
Okay. Did you see anything in the house that would have created more fear of an immediate death besides the shotgun?
Not that I observed.
Okay. But Benny took the shotgun into custody to make sure no one could access it, right?
Benny, from what I know, Benny did not touch the gun.
Okay. Where's the gun stored?
Currently?
No.
I don't know where the gun was.
Who owns the gun?
Benny mentioned that David owns the gun.
Did you do any investigation to verify who owns the gun?
I personally did not. My sergeant Phillips is the one who spoke with Benny on the phone.
And did you know whether or not he followed?
I believe so.
And do you have any idea what he might have learned?
I do not.
Is she outside?
He does not.
That's a shame. Okay. You know the word. But we'll come back to that. All right. So when you were told that Michelle was being held down, did you draw the conclusion that it was against her will?
I believe so.
And what did you understand was placed on her neck?
His forearm.
Just to be clear, his would be David?
David's forearm.
Thank you.
And no one said that the gun was in his hands at this point in time, right?
Correct.
So their testimony to you, albeit not under oath, was that he racked the shotgun, assaulted Michelle, but didn't use the gun to assault Michelle.
Correct.
And you never saw him with the gun, did you?
I did not.
And if I understood you correctly, you didn't do anything to verify that David owns the gun, did you?
Correct.
Did the gun get run for prints?
I do not believe so, I'm not sure.
Do you have anything you can share with us this afternoon that would indicate that David was ever in possession of it?
I do not.
How big is Benny?
Are you talking about height really was?
Yeah.
I can't honestly do a detail right now, I don't want to provide the numbers up there.
Okay. Uh, Where's the stick that Benny said he hit my client with?
I believe it's still at the residence, it was photographed and left at the scene.
Do you know why it wouldn't have been taken into custody as potential evidence?
I'm not sure,
Where's the gun?
it was taken for evidence.
Was it your understanding that there was a battery done with the stick?
Yes,
And you saw this?
I did.
Can you describe it for us?
It was a yellow, long pole, like, used as a extender for painting. I observed the end to be some kind of metal, I don't know if it was aluminum or what, but
In looking at the stick, did you draw the conclusion that used as a weapon, it could do significant damage?
yes,
Consistent with what happened in my client's head?
yes.
I'm good, thank you.
Redirect.
No, but
Officer, you can step down. Watch your step. Thank you. Didn't know if someone will stand. Didn't know show. Next witness.
no further witness.
I'm assuming you don't have any.
While normally that would be true, I think I wanna see if I can learn a thing or two from the OIC.
Okay. That you? Okay, come on up.
Okay, he was in the OIC chair, so I think.
I just, sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Swear firm, tell the truth, all truth, nothing but the truth? Yes, sir. Settle there. When you're ready.
Will you please tell the court?
Oh, I'm sorry. Put your name on.
John Bettendorf, Detective John Bettendorf from Van Buren Township.
I didn't get the back part.
With Van Buren Township Detective.
You, what capacity?
A detective.
Thank you. And what's your role in this case?
Just sent the warrant back downtown.
Okay. Did you do any investigation?
There was none to do, no, I just sent it down.
Did you review the evidence?
Just in the case file.
Did you ever interview any witnesses?
Did not know, sir.
Were you aware that the weapon was left at the scene?
Yeah.
Did a subsequent decision be made to take a look at that?
No.
Was anything done to determine ownership of the gun?
It's in the report, registered to all, the owner is David Disney.
And do you have any, did you ever, so you never went to the residence?
No, sir.
I got enough of this, thank you.
No,
You can step down, John. Thanks. I'm ready for argument, fellas.
Judge, I believe that testimony reflects a question of fact. For the prior fact, I'm gonna reserve argument.
Mr. Jones.
Well, I think there's a question of fact, however, I don't think it would rise to assault with attempt to do great bodily harm less than murder. Which I believe is the principal charge. Counsel?
Correct. Count one.
Yeah, the testimony was never that there was a fear of losing consciousness or a losing of consciousness. The testimony was that he didn't seem to have the gun in his hand or that didn't cause the fear. So while politely and legally, I don't think there's a question about whether or not there was fear. I don't think the facts support the initial, I think the best was GBH.
Argument.
Judge, in regards to the GBH, I believe the testimony reflected the forearm was placed onto the victim's neck, and even though she didn't lose consciousness, I don't think she has to. So I think the testimony reflects that she had trouble breathing, which I think is sufficient enough for probable cause. Thus, I'd still move for a binding warrant on all counts.
Mr. Jones, anything else?
Nothing to respond to both of them.
I don't know what blacks would say about the definition of the word suffocation, but trouble breathing would fit it for me. And I think that's all that's necessary for it to get downtown. I'm going to bind over on all counts. AOI date will be 2 weeks from today at 9 a.m. I will wish you gentlemen luck downtown. Bond is continued, gentlemen.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Have a wonderful holiday.
You as well.
I have to have a word with Ms. Ortiz.
Hey, Mohammed, come here. Why were you so rough on Miss Farage?
What?
Why'd you give Miss Farage such a hard time?
What judge? I'll talk to you at a later.
Brian.
Good to see you. Did you? I haven't seen him for a while.
It's like, if I didn't know you, you'd be the nicest guy I know.
But smooth. See how smooth he is? It's always so forced with you. Jonathan,
Yes.
he needs some sycophant lessons.
Why?
'Cause he's not as smooth as you. He's like a real,
Standard to compare somebody you love, right?
it's